to my channel. My name is Taylor. Today we are going to be going antiquing. I have that antique itch in me right now, like just thrifting itch. I don't know if it's just like beginning of the year, like people are getting rid of stuff and I'm just like excited to see what's out there. But I've actually kind of been in like a low buy year mindset, kind of just like knowing that we don't really need a lot around here. But there's a couple places in our apartment. We've lived here for 2.5 years, going on 3 years, that just still feel like they're not quite finished. Some artwork. We have a lot of empty space on our walls. But yeah, I figured we would go to this antique mall that's not too far away from where I live. Just see what they have. See if they have some artwork, some little trinkets. And yeah, I'm probably not going to be talking in there, but I'll try to take some clips of maybe some things I find, some things that I think are cool. But yeah, it's really cold today. I'm just wearing this little cardigan. It's almost February, so I'm just trying to get into the pink mindset, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I hope that you enjoy today's video. It's going to be a little bit more casual, a little bit more chill, take you out of my apartment for once. So yeah, I can't wait. Let's go. Okay, we are back home from the antique mall, and I figured I'd give you obviously a haul of all of the things that I got. But when I tell you that I was in this antique mall for 2 hours, that is actually insane. The longest I've been in there is probably an hour and a half. I'm usually in there from about an hour to an hour and a half. And granted, I was filming in there a little bit, as you'll see, but 2 hours is crazy. 2 hours is crazy. I've also never made out this well. Like probably the first time that I went there, I had like a great haul. I got more stuff this time and I am so excited to show you. So without further ado, let's get into my haul. The first thing that I got that you saw me try on is this really pretty tan coat. This is from the brand Coco, C-O-A-C-O, from New York. I actually tried this on the last time I was in the antique mall, but I didn't pick it up. And I've been thinking about this coat since the first time that I tried it on, but when I saw it again today, I was like, okay, let me just try it on again, like see if I feel the same way about it. And I do feel the same way about it. It says it's 100% polyester, but it almost feels more like velvety on the inside. On the outside, the outside for sure feels more like of a velvet material, but the inside, I don't know, it's kind of like a slightly thicker coat for the fall, but a lighter one as well. So it's just kind of like a nice in-between that I don't really have, and it has this really cute detailing on the collar and the sleeves, which I really like. So yeah, this was $15, but it was 30% off, I guess. I didn't know that until I went to check out, so kind of made out like a bandit, I guess. So I actually have the receipt. I actually ended up spending $10.50 on that coat, which is great considering that I would get that at like a thrift store for about the same price. So really happy about that. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this antique store, and I'm sure most of them do, but they package everything up individually so that way it gets home safe, which I just think is a really nice touch that this particular store adds. Also, it kind of feels like Christmas every time that I do unwrap these things, because I kind of forget because I was there for so long. Like my lips were chapped, I was dehydrated, I was tired, like I was in this place for so long that I was starting to forget what I picked up. Anyway, I got this really pretty wood, like darker wood frame. I don't have any dark wood frames actually, so I was really happy to get this, and I think this was only like 10 bucks or something like that, I believe. Let's see, let's look at my receipt. I think this one was 15 actually. It's hard because I actually got a couple frame spoilers, so yeah, I'm really excited about this one though. It's just really beautiful detailing. It actually doesn't feel like super cheap like some other frames from like big box stores now, so I'm really happy about that. All right, next we have a slightly more busted frame, if you can't tell by the back. Actually, a lot of the frames that I have up on this wall behind me, they have backs very similar to this because I got them at the same antique store for the most part. So this one has like duct tape, she is falling apart, but you know what? What's it called? Business in the front, party in the back? Same thing, just ignore this bad party. This next frame that I got though is also a wood frame, but it's kind of almost like slightly gold at the same time. It's kind of more of like a darker tan gold brown color, and it has this really like intricate detailing, if you can see, but I like having a larger frame. I don't have too many big frames, so I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna put in here yet, but I have a lot of prints saved on Etsy at the moment to decorate our house, and also like we also don't have any of our wedding photos displayed or anything like that, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these yet, but I'm super excited to just have some really nice frames handy. Moving on, I got this really pretty book from the antique store as well. I've never picked up a book from there, but I absolutely fell in love with the detailing on the side of this. I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. I love this crown and these little motifs. This is actually a French classical romance book, but the actual stories are in English, so even though I bought this because I thought the sides were pretty, it's actually something that I'm going to be able to read. And it just looks, it's just really beautiful and pretty, and I'm really excited to just have this displayed in our home. But I also like that it's functional because it's in a language I can read. Obviously I speak English, so yeah. All right, one of the very first things that I picked up was these gold butterflies that I found. I think I got clips. There was actually a couple butterflies. There's actually a lot of butterflies in this antique store today, so I know they are probably like mass produced. They're not really antiques, but nonetheless I thought they were gorgeous. And they already have a backing to them, so I can just hang it up right away and I don't really have to like fasten anything to it. This was $7, and normally I'm not really a butterfly person, but they've been warming up to me a lot this past year. Our wedding invitations actually had these like little butterflies on them, and so I just wanted to incorporate that with the rest of our wedding. So there were some butterflies on like our welcome sign, they were on our table numbers, so I'm definitely warming up to them. I think they're beautiful. I just have never been like a huge butterfly person, but it's so funny because now that I'm filming this, I'm looking at this butterfly pot that I have that I bought last year too. So I don't know, they're becoming a little bit more prominent in my life, but I thought this was really pretty, and I'm thinking about hanging it up next to our wedding invitation that we have hung up on the wall behind me. So we'll see how that looks, because right now everything's kind of even, but yeah, I just thought that was a really, really cute find. All right, the very first find that I got is actually probably one of my favorites, and I actually dropped it while I was going to take my stuff up to the front because I had too much stuff in my hands, and this store, they let you like hold things up at the front so you can keep shopping. As I was walking, because I was like, I have too much stuff in my hand, I literally dropped this and I was so scared that I broke it, but luckily I didn't, and this really sweet woman who was also in the antique store helped me pick it up. But it's just this really, really cute tea light holder. It has this like really like pretty, almost like red slanted roof. It kind of reminds me of like Asian architecture, kind of like those red roofs. I just thought this was so beautiful, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to set it down on a shelf or if I want to hang it from this and place it somewhere. I just thought this was so beautiful, and I think it was only like $5. It was only $3.50 for this. So honestly, like just such a steal. Another thing that I got that was slightly an impulse purchase, but when I saw it, I was like, I know that I'm going to treasure this so much. I don't want to say so much more than other people might, but I just really, really love this. It's this really, really pretty brass teapot. What do you call them? It's like what you put hot pans on, except this one's actually meant to be hung, or it can be hung. There is a fastener behind it. So I actually bought this originally because I was like, oh, you can never have too many like pot holder things. But then I saw that you could hang it, and I was like, oh no, that's gonna look really cute in our kitchen somewhere. So I'm not quite too sure where I'm gonna hang it yet, but I just thought it was so pretty, and I think it's gonna be a versatile decoration in future homes. And my grandma's a massive lover of tea, so it also just is like a nice reminder of her constantly. So yeah, I just thought that was a really sweet thing. All right, we are on to our very last thing. It's actually so funny that I saved one of the most generic things for last, but it's just this large metal S. It's actually black, but in certain parts of the light, it kind of is almost more of like this darker espresso brown, even though I'm pretty sure it's definitely black. It can actually be hung. There are 2 prongs, so you can hang it up on a wall, but I figured this would be a good bookend. And if you don't know, my husband's last name is an S, so like our shared, I haven't changed mine yet, but our shared last name starts with an S. And so yeah, I just thought that was gonna be a really nice touch, and I figured it'd also just be a really nice surprise for him because we currently don't have anything that symbolizes like either of our last names in our house, obviously. So yeah, I thought this would be a really nice book, and kind of be wall decor, or yeah, can sit on a shelf somewhere, but I just thought this was really nice. I'm really, really happy with all of the things that I got here. It was under $100, which obviously if I wouldn't have left the house today, I wouldn't have spent any money, but I ended up spending $90.15 was my grand total, with one thing that was 30% off. So I do feel like I scored really, really well, and I'm super happy that I have all of these items in our home now. And yeah, antiquing and thrifting your home decor, it's definitely a long process. There's a lot of love and thought that goes into a lot of the pieces that we have accumulated over the years, and it's a very slow process as well. And I don't ever want to rush anything that we buy because there's already so much stuff that's out there in the world. I definitely don't want to add to the consumerism that's already happening in the world. So I just feel really fortunate that I am able to sometimes afford some of these prices at antique malls, even though a lot of these things were much, much cheaper than I could have gotten them in store, truthfully. However, I just feel really lucky that I do have these things and that I cherish these things and that I do buy things with the intention of having them for as long as I live. Quite frankly, I don't see myself getting rid of any of these things. So I do just feel really fortunate to have our home be filled with things that are pre-loved and well made, better made. And yeah, I just feel really fortunate to be able to afford these things and to be able to put things that I truly love in our home. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching today's video and for coming along with me on this chilly January day. I hope that the rest of January brings you joy and you have a beautiful start to February. And if this inspired you to go antiquing, then happy antiquing. Bye.